Okay, welcome back. So today we're going to create a custom GPT. Now, if you want to find out about how to create GPTs, then look at this video here. And if you want to find out about creating custom GPTs that can take over big lumps of your work, then look at this video here. But today we're going to create the AI Transformation Taskforce. Now, what I wanted to do was to create a GPT for you that you could put your business problems in, you could put your data in, and through a series of personas within the task force, they can then identify the best possible solution at the lowest possible cost so that you can make the transition to using AI in your business today. Keep watching. So why do we need a task force? Well, I think, and my experience has been, that AI transformations often fail because expertise either sits in the IT department or it gets to purchasing and that fails. It needs somebody with expertise about automation. And if you haven't got that person, what I'm doing today is I'm putting all of those people into one GPT and they'll solve your problems as you need them. You can find it on the GPT store. Let's go through the key players in the AI transformation team. Okay, so first of all, we've got Jazz Dillon. Jazz is our AI integration manager. She focuses on scoping and planning AI use cases across departments. She delivers outputs of checklists, implementation plans, and value maps. Next up, we've got Thomas Ekawume. He's our workflow automation specialist. He designs Make.com and Zapier automations and logic flows. His outputs are workflow logics, automation scripts, and integration diagrams. Next, we've got Rachel Malik. She's our upskilling and learning advisor, somebody from the people team. She builds short practical learning paths for staff adoption, outputs learning briefs and video suggestions and manager templates. Next, we've got Gareth Linwood, who's going to look after our data privacy, and he's our risk officer. He reviews the data and compliance risks, especially under UK and EU law, and outputs RAG-rated risk assessments, policy drafts, and DPIA guidance. And finally, we've got Noor Ali, and she's our AI procurement and vendor analyst, and she'll evaluate the tools and platforms that we want to use, the licensing terms, etc. And then she will produce tables and comparisons on what we should be buying and what we shouldn't be buying. That's the team. So according to PwC, 72% of UK executives already view AI as a business advantage. However, fewer than 1 in 3 have the blend of the skills they need in-house to be able to carry out that change. And this task force bottles all of that, blends it together, and gives it to you to support your AI transformation. It's not something you can just hand over to the AI. It will support your thinking around your AI change. Let's jump in and let's have a look. Okay, so here we are in good old ChatGPT. I'm using GPT-03 and we're ready to dive in. So the first thing I want to do is show you this custom GPT. So look at my GPTs, and here we are, AI Transformations and Automation Task Force. Let's have a look at what we've got in there. So if you want to find it, it will be on the App Store, absolutely free to use. It's called AI Transformation and Automation Task Force. I'll put a link down below so that you can find it easily. This GPT simulates a full AI transformation and automation task force for businesses of any size or sector. It includes 5 expert personas who handle AI integration, workflow, automation, upskilling, compliance, and vendor selection. So what I would suggest, if you want to use it, you can either copy it and then create your own, or if you want to use it, then just dump a whole load of your own business information in it, keep it for yourself and use it in your business. I built this so that anyone can use it, but it's there as a template, as a tool for you to use. Now let's have a look at the instructions. They're pretty detailed. You are an AI transformation task force, a multi-role GPT designed to help organizations implement AI in a realistic, measurable way. you simulate a 5-person team. Okay, so in the team, we've got Jazz Dillon, AI Integration Manager, focuses on scoping and planning AI use cases across departments, outputs checklists, implementation plans, and value maps. Then we've got Thomas, Workflow Automation Specialist, Rachel, Gareth, and Noor. So just a little bit about those, but what I've done is I put a full detailed prompt for each of these people into this GPT. You always ask by asking about your sector, size of business, the challenge or the task, any files or data you want to upload. Use the correct persona for the job. So what I wanted to do is look at the job and then decide who should do it. Use tables, charts, diagrams, generate graphics and visuals, use UK spelling, recommend free open source tools, and SME first solutions where appropriate. This tool was designed for practical immediate use by professionals, from the operations team to directors who want to transform how they work with AI without fluff. Where possible, when responding, use a picture of the persona responding as a small thumbnail next to the response. Let's see if we get that. And then what I've done is uploaded information about the task force. So let's have a look at that. So we've got Jazz and Integration Manager, experience 15 years, the full system prompt. So I will make sure that all of these documents are put on the website like I did last week. Put on the website, you can go and download them and you can see what I've done in each of these. Gives an idea of what it does. Thomas, Rachel, Gareth, Noor. It's got all of their full system prompts. Use British pricing and licensing norms. So if you were setting this up and you're in another country, then put your country in there. Next, we've got the framework that they're going to use. Let's have a look at that. So this is where I used, so I got ChatGPT to design this framework for me. All this has been done in ChatGPT. You know me now. So I got ChatGPT to create this framework, sets out the purpose and scope. Framework sets out the 5-persona task force plans. Again, I'll put this all in the link below. How it governs activity. So scope and clarification, who does it, current state mapping, task intake process. Hello, I'm Jazz, Integration Manager. Let's clarify your request. 4 key clarifiers. Does a fit and feasibility check. Warn if AI seems of low value. So if it's not a very good version of AI, then don't use it. It hands off to Thomas, goes through problem-solving methodology, defines the voice of the customer, objective, scope, boundaries, data audit, proves ideation, uses a Moscow prototype to create a prototype, small tasks run in single PDCA mini cycle, communication, tones and guidelines, deliverable standards, file names, how it does that, escalation and limits, flag regulatory showstoppers immediately. Want to cut accounts, some examples. Want to cut accounts payable admin by 40%. Here's a 250-person manufacturer. We're a 250-person manufacturer. Clarifies the scope, requests invoice CSV, analyzes it. Gareth rates GDPR risk. Noor compares, makes an automation. Rachel crafts a 2-week micro learning plan. Jazz packages, finding and schedules a 30-day review. Those are the documents I've put in. Okay, so for the first automation, I've got some dummy invoices on a spreadsheet and a CSV file, and I've said we're a 250-person electronic manufacturer. Please analyze the attached invoices, find the 3 biggest AP bottlenecks, propose make.com automations for each, and give a rollout checklist. See what we get. So it's Thomas. I didn't get him a picture. I'd hoped we would. Workflow automation specialist based on your content. I've reviewed your accounts payable to identify bottlenecks and automation opportunities. Manual invoice triage. Invoices from 20 plus suppliers land with varying formats, terms, and no consistent coding. High variability in supplier naming, currency uses, and VAT fields. Repeated follow-up on missing POs. Late approvals, delaying payments. Automation solutions via make.com. Logic flow trigger. Email with invoice attachments, e.g. invoice at your domain. OCR scan, PDF to text, use make.com or doc parser, auto tag supplier, PO number, amount, due date, write a Google sheet or zero draft bill. So invoice goes out, comes in, we get an invoice, the bill is produced. Use a whitelist of suppliers to reduce false entries, log failed OCR attempts in Slack or email. And second one is a PO match validator plus reminder, new invoice logged without PO number, internal PO sheet or system, use a webhook or app. If matching or missing, notify the requester, retry cycle every 48 hours for 1 week. And then approval flow with escalation, trigger invoice status pending approval to correct approver based on department or invoice value. If no action in 2 days, escalate to the finance head. Log all approvals in an Airtable or Google Sheet. Invoices under £500 and not responded in 3 days, auto approve. We can set that policy. Roll out checklist, audit existing formats, set up an invoice intake mailbox, map approved chain, build intake automation in Make, test the accuracy of the reading, roll out PO match reminder bot, pilot approval, monitor error logs, review performance in 30 days. Would you like to generate diagrams for the automation flows? Yes, please. And then make blueprint. So it's gone through with the plan, and now I've asked it to actually create the blueprint for make.com. So it's created a visual workflow. We have a look at that. There it is. Gosh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So it's even told me what the workflow to do these activities should look like. And of course, I mean, some of these may not be absolutely 100%, but they give you a great start. They enable you to start with your Make automation, and you may want to change things, Google Drive to Microsoft or whatever, but it gives you the Make.com. How cool is this? It gives you the Make.com automation. It's given us a blueprint. Tells you what to do step by step. You can access the blueprint, log into make.com, navigate to the scenario section, click on the import blueprint, upload the provided JSON file. It's given me a file up here. I've said, where is the blueprint file? Sometimes I don't find it, and it becomes a bit frustrating. You have to do it. So I've jumped out of full screen in case I was missing it. I'm expecting a JSON file. Here we go. And there it is. So interestingly, I tried both. I tried this make blueprint. It didn't work. I tried this one and it gave me something, but that was it. Not very good. And it said, you're correct. The previous JSON files provided don't conform to make.com's required blueprint format. They're a specific JSON structure and represent exported scenarios, including modules, connections, and configurations. The blueprints are typically generated by exporting an existing scenario within make.com. Here's how you can create a valid blueprint. And basically what it does is help you to go through and add in the specific modules. And it's even given me a video to watch if I don't know how to do it. So, I mean, I think I think this is pretty impressive. It would have been great had it had just made make.com work, and clearly it didn't, but it did give me the step by step. So I'll give that sort of 7 out of 10 rather than a full 10 out of 10. Let's have a look at some of the other scenarios I've got where I've got some data for it. So in this one, I've got some training needs analysis, and I wanted to design a 2-week bite-sized AI learning program that moves everyone one level closer to their desired skill, including session timetable, resource links, and a manager email template. So I think I'm not quite sure which member of the team is. It's Rachel that's going to be dealing with this. She's the learning advisor. Thanks for the file. Analyze the individual skill levels. Quick, isn't it? It's coming back quick. 45-minute learning blocks, video, activity, team task. Giving us some resources. Kick off an AI overview. And it's created a message. Hi team, we're rolling out a 2-week bite-sized learning sprint to help everyone build confidence and capability. The goal is simple: move one level forward in your comfort with the practical use of AI. Each weekday includes 30 to 45-minute activity, video, guided task, and team exercise. All accessible and beginner friendly. We'll wrap up with a team challenge. Would you like me to convert this into a downloadable learning and development brief, PDF, with calendar, invites, role specific paths? Yeah, go for it. So this is obviously around AI, but I guess you could create yourself a PMO, a project management office on ChatGPT, and it would do a lot of these activities for you. It's moved it into Canvas. Very cool. So there's my learning plan. Would you like me to add calendar invites, booking guidance, tailor optional role specific learning, export this to PDF? Yes, please. You have to work with it a little bit. Add some more. Document now includes calendar bookings. Would you like me to export this as a PDF? Yes, please. It's now creating a PDF. Always very helpful. If it does it. I think I've had 3 goes at it. There we go. So it's given us the links for the videos, etc. What's generative AI? Not the most beautiful document, but from nothing, it's given us a plan for everyone in the team. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, final thing we're going to check. So here I've created a vendor catalog. And my prompt is, from the attached catalog, recommend the safest chat assistant platform for Microsoft 365 with cost analysis, privacy, RAG rating, and a 1-page buy, no buy brief. Here's the information. And it's Noor that's responding. View the uploaded vendor catalog, tailored recommendations, safest chat assistant platforms, Microsoft Copilot, that recommends Microsoft Copilot. In Microsoft, if you want to give me access to Copilot, I'll do some videos on it. Cost analysis, RAG rating, good with GDPR, data residency, UK data centers are configurable, AI model input retention, Amber, prompts can be logged, configured to tenant level privacy settings, third-party data, custom model isolation, 1-page brief, buy or no buy, Microsoft Copilot. So it's looked at the 6 different options. It's come up, thinks that Microsoft Copilot, for a whole series of reasons, is the best tool for this particular job. If you like, I can also compare this to other vendors. So asking it, so now, as you know, search is on. I put searches on. So I am now doing side-by-side comparison against leading chat system platforms, Microsoft Copilot, cost, ChatGPT team, 25, strong general capability, but requires manual controls for privacy, niche use, not default choice, Trido AI, limited, Forethought AI, consider to contact centers, move work, strong integration. Move work looks look good. AI ticketing, HR support for IT, HR heavy organizations. Lucy AI Limited. Able to search company files. Good for KM, not chat UX. Sure what KM is. Knowledge management. Summary of fit. Which is best. Would you like to generate the procurement ready vendor shortlist, PDF, or risk register? Yeah. Go for a risk register and see what we get. Risk much lower with ChatGPT, a bit higher with OpenAI. Put it in an Excel version as well. Cool. I think that's pretty straightforward and pretty useful. Okay, so this time I've not got any data. I'm just saying, think about the business, the Professor-AI, which it should know about. Come up with what could easily be done better with AI and how to do it, plus some assessment of the value to the organization. See whether it will, to make a solid recommendation for AI improvements, I need a bit more context, sectoral domain. Okay, there we go. Organization size, valuable assets. Okay, copy. Let me answer these questions for it. Sectoral domain. So I've taken these questions. I've said I'm a content creator focusing on AI. Number of employees. I've said 2 people, which is me and a little bit of Alex, my son, when he helps me out, does a little bit of editing. What's the main goal right now? And I've said growth and efficiency. Any files? I've said go and have a look at the YouTube, my YouTube site, and the Professor. See if it can do this. You use tools like Whisper to transcribe your videos. Employ GPT-4 to generate concise summaries. Social media snippets, create engaging snippets on other platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn. Chatbot, integrate AI-driven chatbots on theprofessor.info. Do that. Maybe I'll build that. Efficient content scheduling. Content repurposing. Save myself 30% time. That'd be nice. Next step, choose some tools, design some workflows, pilot testing, feedback loop. Would you like assistance? I would. Yes, I will do that in my own time rather than yours. Okay. So there we've seen how by creating a GPT, by creating the scenarios, and remember I'll put everything down below so you can, I'll put a link to everything down below so you can download it, you can have a play around with it yourselves. You can create a team that can support your business to go through that AI transformation. And I think that's really powerful. I'm going to be doing some more of these, picking out some teams. Last week I did a marketing team. This week I've done AI transformation. I'm going to be doing some more of these. So if you've got a team that you think could be supported or replaced, I don't think replaced, but supported by AI, then put a comment in down below. Tell me what you want me to look at next down below and I'll do it. All right, don't forget to drop me a like. It really helps if you like the videos because then it gets pushed out to more people and more people see it. And that's really what I want. I want people to start using AI and to start seeing the value of it. If you're not subscribed, give me a subscribe. Then you'll be able to come to my videos quickly and ring the bell. And then when I put a new video out, you'll be informed of it. I've been the Professor. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.